Hello and welcome back to South Park Deep Dives presented by 5,000 Miles. The creators of South Park are no strangers to Christmas specials. In fact, the first two South Park precursors were Christmas-themed shorts entitled The Spirit of Christmas. But even though Frosty, Santa, and Jesus may have started it all, there is an even more iconic Christmas character in the quiet mountain town of South Park. We're talking, of course, about Mr. Hankey the Christmas Poo. Although Mr. Hankey virtually disappeared after Season 6, in the early seasons he was wildly popular. Not only that, but Mr. Hankey was also pivotal in Matt and Trey deciding to sign with Comedy Central. So, who is Mr. Hankey? Let's dive in. Mr. Hankey as a character has roots that go all the way back to Trey Parker's childhood. In elementary school, Trey used to draw a piece of Pooh with a little sailor's hat, and referring to Pooh as Mr. Hankey was something that Trey's dad used to do. In college, Matt and Trey originally wanted to make their video project about a sentient piece of Pooh that comes to life, but they eventually landed on what would become their 1992 version of The Spirit of Christmas. A few years later, when they were pitching their show to Fox executive Brian Graydon, Matt and Trey wanted their show to focus entirely around Mr. Hankey, but Brian thought it would not be a good fit for the network. When Matt and Trey sat down with execs from Comedy Central, however, things went differently.
And so we were out to dinner with them, and we said basically, all right, we just need to know one thing. Are you open to talking Pooh? And the person who was there at the time said, absolutely.
And that was it.
And we're like, okay, then we'll do the show with Comedy Central. And we're like, you can't back down. You got to do it now. And they're like, fine. And so we always knew in the backs of our heads that if we got to do another Christmas special, that we'd make him a Christmas Pooh.
And so Mr. Hankey's destiny was sealed. Versions of Mr. Hankey can be seen wearing his sailor hat in the intro for the unaired pilot and in the Season 1 theme song. But Mr. Hankey's first true appearance would come in Season 1, Episode 9, Mr. Hankey the Christmas Poo. In this episode, Kyle tries to tell people about Mr. Hankey, but nobody believes him. At the end of the episode, Mr. Hankey finally reveals himself to the town and restores the spirit of Christmas. This episode also contains a live-action commercial for a fictional Mr. Hankey playset where kids can make their own Mr. Hankey at home.
I wish Daddy was still alive.
The episode was seen as crude, but also cleverly satirical. It garnered massive ratings and helped propel South Park into the stratosphere. Despite being somewhat offensive, Mr. Hankey became one of the most iconic characters from Season 1. The boys would run into Mr. Hankey again in Season 2, Episode 9, when a film festival comes to town and disrupts the sewer ecosystem. Mr. Hankey asks the boys to convince the film festival to leave town. This is when we learn that Mr. Hankey can only go to the surface around Christmas time, or else the sun dries him up. The boys try to help, but instead the film execs make a movie about Mr. Hankey starring Tom Hanks and a monkey. At one point, Mr. Hankey is about to die, but Chef feeds him one of his chocolate salty balls, which magically rejuvenates him. Eventually, Mr. Hankey chases the film festival away by covering everyone in poo. This scene is a parody of the Sorcerer's Apprentice from the Disney film Fantasia. In Season 2, Episode 16, Merry Christmas, Charlie Manson, the boys learn that Mr. Hankey is going to be appearing at the mall in Nebraska, but then it turns out to just be a guy dressed as Mr. Hankey. In November of 1999, South Park released a Christmas album called Mr. Hankey's Christmas Classics. The cover featured a live-action version of Mr. Hankey. The album was co-produced by Mark Shaman, who had also worked on the music for the South Park movie. A week after the album's debut, a South Park episode with the same name was released, making Mr. Hankey one of the only South Park characters to have his very own episode. Season 3, Episode 15, Mr. Hankey's Christmas Classics, was an animated version of the album and included vignettes of various South Park characters performing Christmas songs. The episode was an homage to older animated Christmas specials and also contained references to the infamous Star Wars Holiday Special. Mr. Hankey would get another Christmas appearance in Season 4, Episode 17, A Very Crappy Christmas. In this episode, we are introduced to Mr. Hankey's alcoholic wife Autumn, along with his kids who he calls the Nuggets. His three children are Cornwallis, Amber, and Simon, who is cognitively impaired because he was born with a peanut in his head. When Cornwallis begins to question the importance of Pooh, Mr. Hankey sings a song called The Circle of Pooh. This song is a parody of the song Circle of Life from Disney's The Lion King. Cornwallis' singing voice is provided by Louis Price, who also provided background vocals in the actual movie The Lion King. During this episode, Mr. Hankey helps the boys with their animated movie about the Spirit of Christmas, which is a meta-reference to Matt and Trey's original Spirit of Christmas animated short. In Season 6, Episode 17, Cartman enlists Mr. Hankey, along with Santa and Jesus, in his plan to bring Christmas to the people of Iraq. Mr. Hankey agrees and transports the boys to the North Pole, and this is the first time we learn of Mr. Hankey's magical Poo-Choo train. This episode would mark Mr. Hankey's last speaking role for 8 seasons until Season 14, Episode 6. In the episode entitled 201, Mr. Hankey admits that it was his idea to put Santa in a bear costume posing as Muhammad. In Season 16, Episode 6, I Should Have Never Gone Ziplining, Mr. Hankey shows up at the end to rescue the boys. He doesn't have a speaking role, but we do learn that the Poo-Choo Express is not Mr. Hankey's only means of transportation. He also has the Helicopter and the 737. After this, Mr. Hankey would not have another appearance for 6 more seasons. In Season 22, Episode 3, The Problem with Apu, Mr. Hankey shows up to organize his Christmas pageant. However, he ends up taking Ambien and making a bunch of offensive tweets, which results in him getting cancelled. Sadly, this is the last appearance of Mr. Hankey as of the making of this video. In Season 28, Episode 5, The Crap Out, Mr. Hankey's appearance is teased when Stan looks into the toilet and wishes for a Christmas miracle. Mr. Hankey doesn't show up, but we are instead treated to a cameo from the Christmas Critters. Will Mr. Hankey ever be able to get uncancelled and return to South Park? Only time will tell. Now, it may seem crazy to have Pooh be the center of a Christmas celebration. Some would even call it blasphemous. However, South Park was not the first to do this. In Catalonia, Christmas nativity scenes often include a figure called the Caganer, which translates to the Pooper. There are stores entirely dedicated to selling Caganer statues depicting any pop culture figure you can think of. They also have a holiday figure named Cagatillo, or the Pooping Log. Kids are encouraged to feed the log every night, and then on Christmas Day the log poops out presents. So I guess Christmas Poo is more universal than we thought. And so that concludes our deep dive on Mr. Hankey. Let us know in the comments who you would like to see covered in future deep dives, and until next time,